Hi, it's Lindsey Carlson here. When you go to a lot of concerts, you end up with a lot of concert tickets. I also go to a lot of movies and a lot of other events, so I end up with plenty of ticket stubs, programs, and things like that. So today I'm going to go through my collection of stuff. This is crammed pretty full. I'm not going to go into each item really in depth here, but I will show off some of the stuff from my collection. Right there I got a photo pass from Station Casinos for a concert, 2017. I'm not sure which one that would have been. There's also, a media thing right here, another media thing here. That's for the Henderson Pavilion, which isn't there anymore. They demolished that and put in, a stadium with a ceiling, and that's now called Lee's Family Forum. It was called the Dollar Loan Center for a while. On the back here, another one of those media ticket stubs. Ticket here for the Scorpions when they did their residency at the old Hard Rock, when they did their old residency in 2016. Got an ad from the That Metal show night. They did it vamped there. And now let's see what I got crammed into the side folders of here that wouldn't fit in the sleeves. I'm not going to bother pulling it out, but there's that random little piece of red confetti down there. That fell from the ceiling at the end of a Green Day concert I went to when I was like 16 years old. There's this cloth Iron Maiden wristband. I'm not even sure where I got that from, but I don't think it was an Iron Maiden concert. Ticket for a Cheap Trick at the Paris. I actually won that on the radio. That's when they were doing Sgt. Pepper. Ticket for Alice Cooper, 2022. Yeah, the Dollar Loan Center. That's the place that was where the Henderson Pavilion used to be and now is Lee's Family Forum. Aces High, that's an Iron Maiden tribute band. They played at the House of Blues a few weeks ago. Tom Kiefer with LA Guns just went to that a few weeks ago. Got this big bookmark from the book Tales from the Stage. Book my buddy wrote where he interviews a bunch of random rock stars. If you can track that book down and it's still in print, I would highly recommend getting it. Got a ticket here for late comedian Gilbert Gottfried. I won that on the radio as well. Another thing I won on the radio, ticket for Keith Emerson and Greg Lake over at the old Hilton. Both of those guys are deceased now, sadly. Got a wristband here for the Fremont Street Experience when Skid Row and Warrant played down there. Johnny Solinger, the singer of Skid Row, who was with them at that time, unfortunately has passed away. Got a band here for the Hard Rock Hotel. The Joint, that's like their big theater venue. It's the Virgin now, and I think they just call it like the Virgin Theater. Paul Rogers, the old singer of Free and Bad Company. This was over at the East Side Cannery, which is still not reopened since the whole COVID pandemic. This one's faded pretty badly, but this is for Kiss when they did their residency at the old Hard Rock. Also faded pretty badly. That's for Stryper when they did their anniversary tour. Here's a ticket for Raiding the Rock Vault, a show they do here in town back when they did that at Vinyl in the Hard Rock. They didn't do it in Vinyl for very long, and I only ever saw it in there once. Ticket for Morris Day and the Time, probably not a band you'd expect me to go see, but I actually did once. And then this is just totally random. I've got a program for when they were doing the Lion King play here. Because my parents actually bought my then girlfriend tickets as a graduation present. There's a ticket stub in here from the Beatles Love Show over at the Mirage. The Mirage is going to be closing down and become the new Hard Rock. And then I got... there's the ticket from the Lion King play. And I got this little slip that's also from when they did the play. I guess this is just saying, what understudies are filling in for the people that they're understudying. So that's a cool little souvenir. And now we'll get to the bulk of this stuff. Now I have a mix of movie tickets and concert tickets. I'm just going to go through and point out some of the stuff. I'm going to focus more on the concert tickets here, but I got the James Gang, Joe Walsh's band when they were united. Vince Neil, Slaughter, and Quiet Riot. Kevin DeBro from Quiet Riot was singing at that show, and he'd die less than 3 months later. One of the greatest shows I ever attended. That man was one of the all-time great frontmen. UFO playing over at Boulder Station. Robin Trower, one of the greatest, most underrated guitarists of all time, also at Boulder Station. Alice Cooper at the Orleans. Judas Priest with Whitesnake at the Thomas and Mack Center. And that ticket's actually got the UNLV logo on the back, but that looks pretty cool. Judas Priest, this is back in 2005. Billy Squire, who's pretty much faded into obscurity. That's at the old Henderson Pavilion, which is now Lee's Family Forum. And Steve Miller at the Joint, the old theater at the Hard Rock. And then you got another Alice Cooper ticket. This is from the Orleans Hotel Casino. The Grassroots. Their bassist singer, Rob Grill, has since died. And when I saw him, he wasn't even in good shape. He had to sit down to play. And then at the bottom there, Megadeth. That ticket's a little faded. Dave Mason, won tickets to see him as well. Great White at the Outdoor Amphitheater at Sunset Station. Sin City Sinners opened up, and that was actually the first time I ever saw them play. Scorpions live. This is from 2010. That was the first time I saw the Scorpions. Cinderella opened for them. Rush actually got that ticket from a buddy of mine from the radio station back in the day. He doesn't even live in Vegas anymore. And then the band Asia, singer-bassist John Wetton has since passed away. That was another great show. John Anderson, singer of Yes. Terry Fader, the singer, comedian, ventriloquist guy. He used to do his show over at the Mirage, which again will be closing down soon. I don't know if he still performs there or not. I'm sure he's still active somewhere. Dennis Young out at Prim, State Line. Blue Oyster Cult over at Boulder Station. I think my brother got me those for my birthday. Journey at Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood is the place that used to be the Aladdin, and that was the theater they have there. And then Great White and Slaughter at, I believe this was Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. Dawkins and Quiet Riots at the Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. And I got some of these printed tickets from they had the Crown Showroom at the Rio. Here's one for Sin City Sinners with George Lynch. Sin City Sinners with Kip Winger. Doobie Brothers, I want tickets to see them. Also, Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. Ted Nugent, this was at also Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. Deep Purple at the Palms. Again, both of those tickets I won. Bruce Kulick with the Sin City Sinners. Phil Lewis of LA Guns with Sin City Sinners. He's now a Vegas resident. Gilby Clarke and Slim Jim Phantom with the Sinners. And then Dizzy Reed with the Sinners as an opening band. Matt Sorum of the Cult and Guns N' Roses with the Sin City Sinners. Pete Loran, Blas Elias, and Eddie Trunk with the Sin City Sinners. UFO again, this time again at Boulder Station. Saxon at the Rio. Sebastian Bach with the Sin City Sinners at the Rio. He lives in Vegas now too. Yeah, David Foster and Friends, the famed producer-songwriter. I think my ex-girlfriend actually won those tickets on the radio. Blondie at the beach at Mandalay Bay, I won those tickets. Little Feet over at Boulder Station, I won those. John Anderson of Yes, I think those ones I actually bought. Got a ticket stub and a fast pass for Disneyland. I haven't been to Disneyland since 2012. With how expensive it is now, that probably won't happen again anytime soon. Peter Gabriel playing over at Planet Hollywood. Been many years since I saw him. I only saw him the one time. Michael Schenker Group with singer David Van Landing, 2012 over at Santa Fe Station. Got a great showroom in there. Sadly, David Van Landing lost his life in a car crash a few years after this. Slaughter at Boulder Station. And I actually won those tickets by getting up on stage with the Sin City Sinners and doing karaoke. The song that I sang was Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. Great Whites at the Railhead at Boulder Station. Rat, Dawkins, and Warrants at the Henderson Pavilion. Again, it's now the Lee's Family Forum. Charlie Daniels at Orleans. I won those tickets, but I didn't actually go to the show. I gave them to my parents because I had something else to do that night. Then Michael Sweet and Oz Fox of Striper at Club Madrid in Sunset Station. Vegas Rocks Awards 2013. That's at the also at the Joint at the Hard Rock. Winger, also Chrome Shoe Room, Santa Fe Station. Iron Maiden playing at Mandalay Bay Event Center. Last in Line at Vinyl and the Hard Rock. Sadly, bass player Jimmy Bain has since passed away. Last in Line is basically surviving original Dio band members with a few other guys. Phil Soussan, who used to be in Ozzy's band, took Jimmy Bain's place when he died. Lita Ford at Vinyl and the Hard Rock. Let It Rock, which is like a sort of a hair band, tribute band, and they played over at the Chrome Showroom in Santa Fe. Billy Idol at the House of Blues. And as you start getting like further into these, you're going to see that a lot of these, the cost on there is $0, and that's because I'm a reviewer, so a lot of the shows I do get comped to, although most of them these days I don't really get a physical ticket for, so it's a bit more rare now. Another Vegas Rocks Award shows, that's at the Palm. Heart at the House of Blues, and I've got these Armored Saint money dollar bills here. I'm actually going to see them in concert here pretty soon. Van Halen, which is a Van Halen tribute band. I actually went and saw Korn at the House of Blues many years ago. Carl Palmer at Boulder Station. He's the only surviving member of Emerson, Lake and Palmer now. Queensryche at the Hard Rock on the Strip. Steel Panther at the House of Blues. I believe comedian actor Rob Riggle hosted that show. I know he hosted one of the ones I saw out there. Europe playing at the Hard Rock on the Strip. The Darkness, that's the House of Blues. And then the Foundry, which is the club they had in the Sahara when it was known as SLS. I don't know if that's still in there, but I saw Todd Rundgren there, and I also saw Ted Nugent there. And then I got Blind Guardian played at the House of Blues. Asia with John Payne played at Club Madrid in Boulder Station. Or that wasn't Boulder Station, that was Sunset Station. And then this is one of my old business cards for my Vegas Valley Classic Rock Society Facebook group. My old girlfriend had those designed. Got a ticket here for a Producer's Choice Honors event at the Hard Rock on the Strip. Boss Sticks, which is a Boston Sticks tribute band. Hairball at the Henderson Pavilion, that's like a rock tribute band, and they're actually really good. Got a Ricky Nelson Remember ticket here signed by his sons Matthew and Gunnar, who of course front their band called Nelson. Got one of my later business cards right there. Queensryche and Skid Row at Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. LVDC, AC/DC tribute band, that's really good. Santana at the House of Blues. Billy Idol at the Pearl at the Palm. Second time I've seen Billy Idol. Then we got Michael Schenker Fest at the House of Blues. Cheap Trick over at the Pearl at the Palms. Greg Giuffria was actually in the audience for that show and sat right behind me, and I chatted with him for a few minutes that night. Nice guy. Tesla at the House of Blues. Tesla again like 3 nights later, because I love those guys. Wasp at the House of Blues. One, a Metallica tribute. Again, the old Henderson Pavilion. Live to Rock tour at Sunset Station Outdoor Amphitheater. That was like, I believe, Warrant, Winger, Skid Row, Quiet Riot. And then Bohemian Queen, that's a Queen tribute band. On the last page here, I got Creedence Clearwater Revisited. White Snake with special guest Scrap Metal. That was the pool at the Red Rock Hotel Casino. And the last one I got in here is Foreigner, and they played at the Star of the Desert Arena. That's the place down at Primm at the State Line. And that's it for my ticket stub collection. How about you? What's the greatest concert you ever attended? Do you keep your ticket stubs? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.